Welcome back to my channel. My name is Malika and I am going to be doing a mini book review. It's something I just wanted to bring to my channel. And I know I sound weird and it's because I have my tongue ring in. So if I have more of a lisp, that's because I haven't worn this thing in forever and I needed to wear it before my the hole closed up and I didn't want that. So anyways, that's besides the point. I wanted to do a mini book review and that's something that I wanted to bring to my channel. Just like, what am I reading? Because I do read, whether that's audiobook, which I know is listening, but I still consider that a form of reading and retaining information. But I read mostly nonfiction. I read young adult or adult fiction. I do like historical pieces as well. I like a lot of Black fiction, so that's kind of, not to say that I won't read white fiction or just regular any other. I just gravitate towards that. But I wanted to talk about this book that I had got from my library. I wasn't even going to pick this up because I had originally picked up another book, but this is This Close to Okay by Lessa Smith. And this is my first time reading any book that she's written. And this was new at the library, so I was like, let me just read the inside. And I took it home thinking, oh, okay, whatever. But it was actually a really good read. And I feel like this book is so relatable to me because I've been in a space where I've been in the grieving process or whatever. So this book is about a therapist named Tally, and she is on her way home, I believe, from work one night after kind of looking at her ex-husband's photos because her ex-husband had basically cheated on her while they were trying to conceive a child and go through like fertility treatments. And anyways, they had divorced and she was looking at his social media and he had gotten his mistress pregnant and married her. But as she was riding home, she came across a guy that was literally standing on the bridge about to jump and commit suicide. So I do have to say, like, if you are dealing with suicide or whatever thoughts, this probably is not the book for you. Not to say that it doesn't get better, just to say that we don't want to trigger you back into that mind frame. So just be mindful that this does have suicidal elements. And just so we're clear, like, I don't want nobody being like, the suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255. So if you need help, please go get you some help. But he was standing on the bridge and she pulled over and she decided to basically help him or whatever. And the book just goes back and forth between their perspective, her perspective and his perspective. She ends up taking him home. They get to know each other. They're like, she doesn't tell him she's a therapist and he doesn't reveal his actual identity to her until towards the end of the book. And it reads like a James Baldwin kind of novel, but it's not, I want to say that it's a slow burn, but it's thoughtfully done and there is a build up. It's not like you're just reading this boring book that doesn't have it. No, you want to keep turning the page. You want to keep knowing what's happening. But anyways, they're both dealing with grief. He's dealing with the, and if I didn't say this, is spoiler alert. He's dealing with the grief of the loss of his wife and his daughter. I won't mention how, just in case you want to pick up the book, but he's dealing with the grief and the loss of his wife and daughter. And Tally, his name starts off as Emmett, and he reveals his real name at the end, which is Rye. But Tally, she's dealing with the grief of, you know, her marriage ending and her not being able to conceive a child, and then her ex-husband having this child with his mistress, and they both really need each other. It's like, of course, Rye needs Tally's help a little bit more, but they both ended up needing each other's help, and they both ended up helping each other get to a place of okayness. And that's really why this book is called This Close to Okay. We've all been in a situation where grief has kind of taken a toll on our life. I know for me personally, and those of you that have been on my channel, you know I've been on a self-love journey. So I've been dealing with the grief of, you know, the loss of things in my life. I am coming up on 2 years divorced, so I get it. I really related to this book. Grief has to take its course, but the thing that this book reaffirms is that there's much life to live, even while you're grieving, even when you're going through something sad, even when, you know, life isn't as beautiful because of these things that you experience. Life is still beautiful, and there's still much of life to live. And this book kind of like reminds you of that theme, not to give up on yourself. Nothing is worth, you know, you giving up on yourself. You should live. Like, hold what is absent. What is the quote? Hold what is absent with your love, or something like that. But I'll try to write it down below. But yeah, that's what this book is about. I really enjoyed this book. It really just made me feel like you're going in the right direction, girl. You know, your life is going to get better. And their lives got better. Like, by the end of the book, you'll be shocked about how things unfold, but you'll understand, like, even though they had to unfold that way, their lives were changed for the better. And this happens over like a 3-day weekend, from Thursday to Sunday. So it's just a beautiful book of vulnerability and opening up and finding hope again, and with some action, some twist in it. So if you like that kind of drama, kind of real lifey thing. Oh, this book is set in Kentucky. The author is from Kentucky, and the characters are Rye is biracial, and Tally is black. And throughout the theme, like, if you're interested in different ethnicities, there are different ethnicities in this book. You get to I feel like anybody could really see themselves in these characters, is what I'm trying to say. But so yeah, that's this book. I really, really liked it. And I'm going to keep these book reviews coming on my channel. I didn't want to take up more of your time, but if this sounds like something you're interested in, then this is the book for you. Definitely read the synopsis. I'm going to put my Goodreads link down below, because that's something I just started, and I'm going to keep sharing with you guys my reads and all of that. So yeah, as always, peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.